So guys, I was thinking, you know the phrase "slept like a baby and dead asleep"?
Yeah.
Are those the same? If they are, shouldn't it be "slept like a dead baby"? No, maybe.
What the hell?
Hey everybody! Welcome to another exciting episode of the Raised by Toons podcast. I'm Launchpad Dan McMason.
I'm Tiffany Gadget Sutton.
There it is.
And I'm Chad Fat Cat Cook.
Nice. Today, if you couldn't tell, we are doing a rousing, exciting episode from the Disney afternoon lineup, Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers.
Sponsored by Scrooge McDuck's Money Vaults. Don't be caught swimming in anything less.
Look at that. We got the cue going. Some crimes go slipping through the cracks, but these two gumshoes are picking up the slack. There's no case too big, no case too small.
When you need help, just
Chip,
Chip, Chip, Chip, Chip, Dale!
yeah.
Rescue Rangers.
Chip, 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 Dale!
When there's danger, whoever fails to clear involved somehow, whatever crime gets solved. Rescue Rangers. When there's danger,
Mommy!
and find out where's the wise and who's.
I didn't feel this was gonna be a good one. I don't know why, I got a good energy about this one. I think anything that starts with like an 80s sort of rock.
That's how I wake up every morning.
Just-
saying.
That theme song is amazing, so that's probably why.
Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers. I'm already starting on a drunkish
Not
note.
to be confused with
Chip 'n Dale Rescue
the dance club.
Yeah, the Chip 'n Dale's Rescue Rangers.
Rangers. Chip 'n Dale's.
Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers started March 4th, 1989 and ended November 19th, 1990 for about only a little more than a year run before it hit syndication.
But there were 5 seasons in that one
They
year.
they hustled. They had multiple animation groups
Oh my
working on it at once.
Yowza.
He's going to make t-shirts with that on it now. There was originally aired on the Disney Channel. There were 3 seasons, 65 episodes. It was created by Tad Stones and Alan Zasloff, voiced by incredible talents. Chad, what were some of those ones?
Peter Cullen, Jim Cummings, Trace McNeil, Rob Paulson, all those
Corey
famous-
Burton, very famous for all the Disney
Yeah.
voices.
definitely.
So this lineup had Optimus Prime, Winnie the Pooh, Babs Bunny.
Mm-hmm.
Corey Burton was in everything. I don't know what
Yeah,
to pinpoint him as, but he was every sort of Disney thing. Rob Paulson was Brain.
No, he was Pinky.
Pinky, right. Sorry,
Marv.
but Jim Cummings was Brain.
Yes.
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 Okay.
Yes.
Chip 'n Dale Rescue Rangers was about 2 chipmunks who started a detective agency. They took on the cases that were too small for the police to handle, but not too small for these little chipmunks. So they offered to take on these cases with their pals Monterey Jack, Gadget,
Zipper.
Zipper the Fly, and originally Chip 'n Dale's was going to be a show called Metro Mice. Michael Eisner canned that. They brought Tad Stones brought that idea to him. They said we need to make this more Disney appropriate. So what they did was they slapped Chip 'n Dale on the face of it, changed the name to the Rescue Rangers, took a few original prototypes they had and switched them up a little bit. We can get into that in a minute. But let's start with some character analysis. What do you say?
Yeah,
Sounds
Zipper, let's
good.
go.
Yeah.
What do you
Let's-
say, Rangers?
Hip hip ho ho.
You just can't come up with catchphrases.
He's doing it.
I mean, you're making it work.
These
I'm not
are
proud.
going to be on our website, and they're going to buy them.
We can merchandise.
Yowza,
these
Fat Cat Cook!
Wow!
With a jersey with your face on the arm sleeves, and it says Yowza on the front, Fat Cat on the back, or Cat
Yeah.
Bear,
Yeah.
or whatever you are
This
now.
sounds like quality merchandise that people will be lining up to
Okay,
buy.
so Raised by Toons is now merchandising.
Oh yeah.
Keep a lookout for that.
Speaking of merchandising, you can expect to see the following on our website soon. Indiana Jones fighter pilot jackets and Magnum PI Hawaiian shirts.
Those are rare to come by, so they're 100 apiece.
Originally, Chip his character was going to be Kit Colby, who was going to wear the Indiana Jones jacket and hat that Chip wears. And then when they switched it over to Chip and Dale, they, as a sort of joke, threw in the Magnum PI reference and made Dale Tom Selleck's character. And Chip was sort of... When I was younger, I didn't relate so much to Chip. I was always like, Dale's the fun-loving one. Dale's the fun guy. Chip needs to calm the fuck down.
Dale got on my nerves, and I wanted Chip to hit him over the head like 10 times.
That was you when you were a kid?
Yes.
Oh,
Dale was the one. I was like...
I'm like, you're a goddamn respected agency. Don't shit around.
That's why I was always happy when Chip would knock him over the head, because I'm like, thank you.
I mean, Dale was dumb. Like, that's not...
So
like,
even as kids, you guys were rooting against Dale?
Yes. No, I was rooting for Monterey Jack or Zipper.
I was always on Gadget's team right there, and Gadget was the smartest one, so yeah, I was annoyed with Dale, because he was...
I mean, she knew how to, wrap the both of them around her fingers, because they were both after that.
So the...
Mouse cooch.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time ever, mouse cooch, a term on Raised by Toons.
Oh my!
It's okay. We're gonna get away from that as far as possible.
I think that's our first in the world.
So
hey, someone's got to talk about
it. But I think it's bizarre that the fun-loving, hey, loose cannon Dale didn't get to you guys, like wasn't rooted by you guys when you were kids, because that seems like sort of the go-to.
I needed them to solve the case, and he was just in the way.
He always made bad calls. Like I remember one episode, he thought a bear was attacking the kid, but the bear's playing with the kid. Who it's not that hard to notice.
But for sort of any deductive reasoning,
would
if I saw a kid in a bear's arms, I would probably think he's being attacked too.
Well, I mean...
you don't automatically... Oh, he's so cute. They're playing.
Well, you look at, apes when they get a baby in the... because babies fall in their, safari pit all the time. I don't know if I'm using the proper terminology.
Safari pit is probably not it.
Yeah, I know.
Zoo,
but a zoo, yes. A cage.
Safari pit.
Baby's day out. You'll see that the ape loved that baby.
That's
actually a thing, because that happens in real life, too.
Coco.
Yeah.
Coco fell in love with the cat.
Like, the apes always protect the children that stupidly fall into their, lair at the zoo.
Maybe so many kids shouldn't be falling into these things.
Maybe parents should stop sucking.
Maybe they should.
It's true. Keep an eye on your kids, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your kids vaccinated. This is a public service announcement brought to you by Raised by Toons. But... that just lowered this up.
Yeah. Now you're going to lose some viewers.
There was some energy in the room gone. I want to talk about Monterey Jack. Monterey Jack was a fan favorite of mine, and he was the fun. For those of you that don't quite remember the show, he was this fun Australian adventurer. Oh,
good job!
Thank you.
Hey.
There it is. And
keep going.
no, I'm going to stop. I saw the look on your face.
You should.
Stop while you're ahead.
That was
good
idea.
Him and the Fly Zipper were.
Like a duo, like
they
were a team.
They were a duo that
I think Zipper was muscle, was he not?
He was.
He actually had strength.
Actually,
that was a fly with some superhuman strength. He would actually be like this tiny little fly, and in times he would beat the muscle. It was like a surprising little thing.
He and Monterey found Chippendale after Monterey's home got burned from Fat Cat, the villainous, disgusting, vile creature of that mob mentality, sort of upper rich.
A nice comb over, even though he has hair all over his body.
Yeah, he was a
What's
fat
up with
cat.
that? He's a cat. You got hair.
Chip had hair and like the messy tousled hair on top.
No,
but damn it! I'm gonna do that.
But this was like Fat Cat was gray, and then there's black hair greased down. I was like, that's not necessary.
You don't got to do that, man.
Wear a hat or something.
It's a symbol status. It's like a.
If he licked his hand and
he's got money. He can have people lick his hand for him.
That'd be Fat Cat.
He doesn't need to lick his hand like common lowbrow cats.
His goons were great though. Yes. I don't remember their names particularly, but there was like a lizard,
Can we talk about those
mole.
names?
In a minute. forever, but we want to stick with Monterey Jack.
Yeah.
Before we get off topic too much, he was the adventurer that met up with Chip and Dale when his village was his home was burned down by Fat Cat. And ever since then, he's been nifty to the team in a sense that he's he's sort of I'm going to call him an expendable.
What?
Because they send him out to do like those dress-up sort of missions where he has to pretend to be a pirate and he has to sneak in under the radar of things.
True. He also has a very quick temper.
He has a quick temper, and I'm going to talk about that right now. He has a temper because of his addiction.
And what's his addiction?
Ladies and gentlemen listening in right now, Monterey Jack has a cheese addiction. Now, you might be asking, how fierce can this addiction be? Enough to endanger the rest of the group. There's been multiple times where their disguises have been foiled, their plans thrown askew because he goes into his cheese crazes where he gets those eye spirals, his mustache curls.
It's like hypnosis.
He
floats through the air sometimes.
He floats. Yeah. He finds physical non-limitations to just hover above ground.
But in
what
that
alcoholic
sense,
can say that?
Maybe his name isn't really Monterey Jack. He's just named after that because of an incident with Monterey Jack cheese.
His mom calls him.
His parents all have cheese names.
Really?
His mom calls him Monty and Cheesy.
Yeah, his parents all have cheese.
Well, I blame the parents.
I blame the parents
because if they name their kid after cheese, what do you expect the kid to turn into, a cheese maniac?
Little vodka sauce.
He is a cat. I mean, a mouse, so that makes sense.
A mouse. Although he's big enough to be called a rat, if I would. But I know he doesn't have the rat quality.
Right.
Because usually the rats are the bad guys.
You know who who does have the mouse quality? Who? I'm talking about Gadget Hack Wrench.
Uh-oh.
That's right, the brains of the group, the pilot, mechanic, inventor, sex model for fanfics.
No. Stop with the perviness.
No, you can literally Google just Gadget Hack Wrench Rescue Rangers, and without any sort of sexy or anything,
those
you will
furry
find
nipples just popping out of.
Okay, see, I have a line. He jumps over it. You can't blame me.
What? So what did I do? Gadget.
I see the line.
Her father was actually friends with Monterey Jack. Her father, who is now no longer alive, he's deceased. That's how Monterey Jack and Gadget know each other, because Monterey Jack was friends with her deceased father.
And did you know that she was based on the female character from Real Genius?
Yes.
She was Jordan. She was based on Jordan because she was that inventive character.
Oh, okay.
But Gadget is...
Yeah, that's a Disney movie from 1985 for all you people out there who don't know Real Genius. You should check it out.
Check it out.
Check.
Well, I'm going to stop him. But I thought she was one of the most easily likable characters because she really had no downside. I mean, she was smart. True. She was super peppy. She had that sort of Babs Bunny energy about her, but without the sass.
Probably because she was played by the same
Babs Bunny.
Trey McNeil, voice of...
I think it's Tress.
Is it Tress?
Tress.
I didn't want to be the idiot
There's two S's. Why would they be silent?
There's no
I thought it was two silent S's.
No, it's Tress McNeil.
Trey. But think if I was right.
That would be T-R-E.
Why would her first name be French and her last name be Scottish or whatever that is?
But you know, you see these names in credits. I see
S's and I know my phonemic awareness to...
Oh, my phonemic awareness.
They don't call me Professor Sutton for nothing.
Oh, Div, she dropped a doctorate on our ass.
She dropped a PhD.
Oh, zipper. Let's talk about him. Teal green fly. Know about it. Muscle.
Red shirt. Muscle shirt, I think.
Muscle shirt.
He speaks and buzzes. He has like a buzz voice when he talks, and Monterey can understand him.
Monterey can understand him.
He's like a Scooby-Doo-esque, because like only Shaggy could understand Scooby.
Yeah, only Monty and other insects could understand Zipper.
Was pretty understandable.
Yeah, most of the time.
True.
I mean, if my dog made those sounds, I would get the gist.
I would run out of my house if my dog.
If I was Scooby and I spoke that clearly and no one understood me, I'd be very frustrated.
Give us a taste.
What, Scooby-Doo?
Give us a taste.
Raggy!
Very
not
good.
bad.
Very good.
Okay, my turn.
No,
I'm just kidding.
that's not your job. Nope.
Oh, damn it. So, Chad made it, we were talking about it earlier, and it's not very much a clear line between if people can understand the chipmunks and if the chipmunks can understand the insects. There's a blurred line there.
I know for sure Monty's the one who translates for Zipper.
Yeah, well, he's also well-versed because he's an adventurer. He's sort of...
A traveler. He
Yeah,
travels.
he's done this before.
So you're saying it's like fluent in
I would like to bring up their, like, not just Zipper, but all of them. They all have a convenient strength that comes up every now and then because a couple episodes, they're pulling levers that are much larger than them and they need a lot of weight to pull down. And they're not, like, rigging it with rope or anything. They're just coming down on it. And I find that convenient during the plots because some of them are just like, all right, you can't. They couldn't do that. There's no way they can.
And I bet they can't even talk in real life.
I mean, if you're bringing logic to the show, but I know I shouldn't because it's Disney.
And who makes those tiny?
Talking
Who
animals?
makes the tiny furniture in that world?
I don't know. Some guy.
Gadget, because she's handy with a wrench.
Well, and also, if they have little pianos and little dive bars, how come they don't have like cars and actual planes? How come they're using gadgets? Thrown together shoe boxes and balloons.
Dive bars are also made out of things that are not normal.
Well, no, but they're
there's
clothes.
a
They're clothes, though. Who makes the clothes?
Who makes those clothes? How do you get a little Tom Selleck Magnum
They steal
PI
them from dollhouses. They steal them from dollhouses.
And then the size of certain things in the episode always change to give them sort of a depth perception. Like Chip and Dale they climb into a spacesuit. And yet, when the camera's on them in the helmet of the mask, they're like much smaller than they were when they were outside of it. And I just
explain that.
Some kind of animation.
An Emmy-nominated show in 1990. Outstanding animated program. I want the finest. I don't want no cut shit.
This is for children. Not one child is going to be like, where did those clothes come from?
I bothered my mom for a year
You were
about
a little shit when you were a kid.
That's not true.
It's a fact.
Let's
call your mom right now. I bet she'd vouch for
I think
me.
she... Like, yeah, my son Dan.
Danny was a little shit for sure.
You leave Donna Mason the fuck out of this. You hear me? She tunes in every week. That is one viewer.
Then she will agree with me.
You were going to...
Then she will
You're going to lose Donna Mason!
I know you like me better on the show than your son.
You shut your
and I
goddamn
appreciate
mouth.
it.
You hear me? This isn't about Donna Mason. This is about Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers, Disney Afternoon lineup, along with DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, Tailspin.
You're gonna peak our energy here.
Woo!
Can you bring it down?
I'm so fucking mad.
Bring it down like 10 notches.
Oh,
Okay, calm down. It's good. It's good.
How about we slow the mood down?
Yeah.
Okay.
How about a nice cereal accompaniment? Let's take a moment. May I begin?
Sure.
I'm actually very proud of this.
Go right ahead.
This is no jazz. This is an actual one I used to eat along with viewing the show.
Okay.
Corn Pops. Now let me finish.
Oh,
Corn
no.
Pops, that's just bland. However, not the 1990 edition of the Corn Pops where they had the toy of Rescue Rangers inside. They had the solid little 1-inch action figure that was Gadget, Chip and Dale.
So you would travel in time and buy that cereal.
I would go on eBay because
Okay.
I can't time travel.
That's true.
And I would purchase a $400 box,
Okay.
unopened,
All right.
and enjoy the
Why
staleness.
is it $400?
Because it is.
I guess it's that rare.
I want premium. I don't want
You want
$20
fermented corn pops.
I want the good shit.
Okay.
I want sealed, vacuumed. Okay.
All right.
Back when they still had the tin, the
Oh yeah, the
foil,
tin
Right.
foil. Yeah.
Right. The
Okay.
tin foil,
Yeah.
like the Smacks
that silver
cereal.
like plastic
Yeah.
that it was wrapped in. It wasn't like a regular cereal plastic, but it was wrapped in some kind of like foil.
They
Like
killed probably like 10 trees to
what
make
was
it.
the point of that? Was like something in corn
To
pops
keep it
that
fresh for me
Space.
to eat
But
25
why-
years
But
later.
why corn pops? Why only that cereal?
No,
They have those
Smacks also.
Oh, Honey Smacks had
Oh,
those.
they
Smacks
did
had
that
it.
thing.
That's it, though. What's up with those types of cereal?
And the golden bear one. What's the bear one?
Teddy?
No. It had the stoner bear.
What?
What are you talking about? Is that some
He
kind...
looked like a Bing Crosby.
You know, that's probably just an off-brand of Smacks that you're talking about.
Oh, I think so.
Alright, so who's next on the cereal?
Tiffany, what would your cereal accompaniment be?
I'm gonna say Rice Krispies. Just
Oh,
because
okay.
I can imagine these rescue rangers in their tiny little hands.
These
little.
Do you think they would ever run into the crispy elves and they would be like, hey...
Snap, Crackle, and Pop, you mean?
Yes.
I bet you they'd solve some crimes for Snap, Crackle, and Pop. They'd help them out.
Those two gumshoes would snap, crackle, and pop their necks.
It never fails.
It's terrible.
That's
terrible.
I'm sorry, mouse cooch.
It never fails because, you know, Chip and Dale, they're known for taking the clues and finding the wheres and whys and who's.
Excellent point, Tiffany. Excellent point.
Right, so that's that.
For my cereal, I would... Thanks for asking, Dad. I would like to...
Mine comes with a decoder ring. I don't need your fucking shit.
I would you know, go with the nut theme because of their chipmunk and, you know, obviously the mice wouldn't really fall, but it would be Honey Bunches of Oats.
Yes,
you know, it's very sweet, tasty cereal with a nice crunch to go with the crunch of their crime solving.
Nice.
Very excellent, Chad.
Like
excellent suggestion.
Like
now let's rock this bitch and get the volume back up to an 11. Let's talk about how the show originally began with a movie, a TV special, later turned into 5 episodes. It was called To the Rescue, broken down into 5 parts, episodes after, but it sort of dove into how Monterey Jack and Zipper met Chip and Dale, how Gadget's father was friends with Monterey Jack, and when her father died, her grieving process was to work on through it, hence why she created like the Ranger plane.
Okay.
And things like that. But since then, there's been a lot of favorites. Do you have a specific episode you'd like to recommend to the people?
I would like to recommend the I forget the actual name offhand, but I think it was Battle of the Bulge, possibly. And if I'm correct, if that's the correct name, hopefully, that I'm not, you know, leading you in the wrong direction. But it's the one with Fat Cat. They stumble upon his goons stealing a bunch of fruit, and later the fruit is for Jamaican fruit bats that he hired to come overseas, like he hired foreigners to come and steal jewels for him, and it was just very like nonsensical episode that's just like, all right, why even?
There's an amazing 90s nostalgia to this. I mean, I think every show we've done so far has sort of had that, but there's something about watching something from the Disney afternoon lineup that really sort of took you back to like those mornings with the sun peering through, you sitting on the carpet bow-legged in your Rocky and Bullwinkle pajamas, and the t-shirt of Rainbow Bright you stole from your
butt
sister.
Hanging out your onesie.
Yep.
What the heck were y'all sleeping in back then?
Your mom and dad fighting, saying, I don't want them, you take them when you go.
You hear loud banging on the walls,
alright,
and then you muffle it out with the volume of the TV.
Guys had some
it couldn't get loud enough.
I know.
You know?
It couldn't.
Your childhood.
I'm going to recommend Season 1, Episode 2, Catteries Not Included.
Oh.
That was when Professor Nimnol, the mad scientist, collected all the stray cats. Was that the one? Oh. It was collecting all the stray cats in the neighborhood, and the mice were celebrating, but this went awry because the Rangers were actually hired by a little girl to find her cat Spunky. So they follow the clues, these two gumshoes, to find out that Nimnol was taking the cats to create a weapon where the cat's fur creates static shock.
Like static electricity.
I just
bolt.
Yeah.
want to go back to the title of that episode. Are catteries a play on batteries?
Yes.
Did you?
I just was curious.
Was that not clear?
Because see, with static electricity, you don't need batteries.
Oh.
So
but they were
batteries,
cats.
Okay.
Batteries not included, meaning like you don't need to use batteries to charge it up because he's going to use all these cats' fur to make static electricity with it.
I can't believe we're explaining this.
No, it's cool. They had some.
The science in the show.
Such clever names.
It's a little over my head. The science was, I mean,
it's cool. I'm gonna pick an episode. Actually, it's actually probably better that you took mine because I had another one that I just remembered that.
I'm sorry.
No, it's cool. I have another one that I remember that I actually really, really like. It was Flash the Wonder Dog. Now, Dan's episode dealt with Professor Nimnall.
That's a fucking good one.
Dan.
Sorry.
Dan's episode dealt with Professor Nimnall, which is a recurring villain that they had that always showed up. Well, Flash the Wonder Dog also had a recurring villain, Fat Cat, who was previously mentioned.
Boo.
And Fat Cat is definitely the villain in this one. So, Dale has his TV hero, Flash the Wonder Dog, and that's he's a beloved television star. And basically, Fat Cat and his henchmen, they dress up in his costume after do they kidnap him?
Yeah, he's afraid of heights.
Yeah.
So when they're cutting for...
I believe, they kidnap him and then they dress up in his costume. And Fat Cat and his henchmen instead are the ones performing these, like, random acts to make him look like a bad person and terrible, like, out in the town. So he's getting bad press. And so then the town is, like, talking about him and they hate him. So Flash the Wonder Dog has this sidekick cockatoo. So they're going to replace him with the cockatoo. And Dale... in Chip and Dale, the Rescue Rangers, they decide that they're going to, like, help him. But Dale's starting to get to know his hero, and he finds out his hero's actually a scaredy cat and not really a hero in real life. He's just an actor who can't really do these things. So...
It's like the Abdicator episode of Hey Arnold.
Sure.
The Abdicator!
It's a lot of episodes of cartoons where their hero turns out to be not so
It's kind of like Bolt. Disney when they make Bolt.
John Travolta.
Except Bolt realizes
she's over here.
Except Bolt thinks he's a hero and realizes he's in a TV show and had no idea the whole time.
I'm Bolt the dog. Jeez.
I love to listen to Adele Dazeem.
I got a lightning bolt on my freaking side over here.
That's on this disco floor.
Yay.
These are all terrible.
These are pretty good. These are pretty good.
No, they're terrible.
Keep them in the vault. That was Rob Paulson was the voice of Bolt, and Wonder Fantastic
Flash
the freaking dog.
Flash the Wonder Dog.
Flash the Wonder Dog. That was Rob Paulson. He was such a. I love the. I want that one. Okay, that was my episode. I picked that one. And
No,
just
you
gave that
didn't. That's exactly.
No,
why.
I gave that description. Everyone just heard it.
No,
Rewind
that's
it,
what
everybody.
happens when you took mine. I just take the best one.
Okay, so.
Wait, something's been bothering me, guys, but, Chip and Dale, are they brothers? Are they just friends that met at some point in their lives? Or
That's a good question.
Like, did they meet in some kind of chipmunk college?
That is
and be
a
like,
good question.
Hey, let's live together. Hey, fuck you, Dale.
I don't think it's ever established. But I don't know the chipmunk living habits.
Like, is it an odd couple?
I don't think it's
it's sort of like an odd couple because they're very different personalities, but they somehow come together.
But who lives? But the chipmunks live with each other.
Yes, they're roommates. They live in that hole in the tree, and every time you see them, they're living together.
Right.
Every time.
Yeah.
But they look similar enough. They have the same patterns on them.
I mean, but that's kind of
also
judging
just
a book by its cover, and also a species, yes.
That's not a book by its cover. A species
by its
genetic code.
By its cover.
Oh my god.
And,
Did we help?
I don't know if we answered that question.
Well, since 1943, Chip and Dale have been gracing our screens in little shorts as the antagonists for Pluto and Donald Duck. They finally got their moment of fame. Well, they had a few shorts before that, but... the people of Rescue Rangers call it Episode 0, but it was actually called Two Chips and a Miss. 2 Chips and a Miss. when they're fighting over the same girl, but it's the first time we see Chip and Dale in this sort of chipmunk world with like tiny versions of human things.
Their interaction is more than just annoyances. Or just chipmunk chatter.
But since then, I think it's just sort of they address the rivalry, but not so much the relationship.
Yeah, so I can't find
If anybody knows that, email us at raisedbytoonspodcast@gmail.com. That once again is raisedbytoonspodcast@gmail.com.
But also, maybe it's hidden. It could be underlayered, like they're a gay couple. They might just...
They do kiss at the end. Oh,
no,
that's sort of
they are always after some kind of...
They're after a girl. Oh,
they like some
they're
trim?
after... Shut up. If you say mouse cooch one more time on this program, I swear to God.
Okay.
I swear to God, Chad.
Okay.
Let's talk about their dueling battle to win over Gadget. That was a huge theme. It appeared throughout the entire series.
See,
they loved mouse cooch.
That's true.
Oh my God.
You just said it.
No.
You said it.
Rewind it. It was you.
That wasn't me.
I can edit this however the fuck I want.
Guys, in that one short, they were fighting over that chipmunk Clarice.
Mm-hmm.
So they're not speciesists. They don't discriminate because they like chipmunks, they like mice.
They like all flavors.
Okay, alright. Anyway, go ahead.
Alright, so who do you think is better for Gadget? We didn't get a conclusive...
No, Chip. Definitely Chip.
Now, Chip is the very straightforward, get it done.
She's too smart for Dale.
Dale is the loose cannon sort of fun.
Dale makes her laugh.
Dale makes her laugh.
Yes, but after a while, the laughter dies.
I think she aimed more towards Chip with a side glance towards Dale. I think Chip was the main squeeze.
Maybe both of them together make the perfect guy.
Oh, Chad's suggesting a menage a trois.
Gadget's too smart for both of them and has no interest in either.
Mm-hmm. She gets with Fat Cat, hops on a jet, and gets the fuck out of the nuts.
Speaking of Gadget, though, I'd like to bring up that she was the only one who wore pants. Everyone else had like a top, shirts, hats, whatever else, but they did not wear pants.
Yeah, they made it a point to have a Magnum PI and Indiana Jones jacket.
It's like a
no pants.
Masculinity.
It's symbolic, guys, because she wore the pants in the group.
She's the smartest.
But
also, obviously they don't make characters anatomically correct. What?
No other character had pants?
No, none. What's it? Fat Cat? No pants, even though he had a nice top suit part. It was very odd to me. Although they do it with many Disney characters, it's not just in that cartoon.
Right.
But it's just like why she's wearing a full jumpsuit, like a April O'Neil type of jumpsuit, but purple, and goggles.
There was an episode called Adventures in Squirrel Sitting where they babysat like a teenage and a baby squirrel, and I can't remember. There were girls. I can't remember if they had pants or not.
You know who doesn't wear pants in the Disney universe?
Donald Duck.
Daisy Duck.
Oh!
Daisy Duck ain't got no pants. Wait,
Daisy
Duck, voiced by Tress MacNeille.
Boom.
You guys just got your minds blown.
She only wears a shirt and heels.
Shirt and heels, no pants, DTF.
The question is...
the future.
Not every Disney character wears heels.
But Minnie has underwear.
Minnie has heels.
Minnie? Oh yeah, Minnie does
has heels and underwear. Clarabelle has underwear.
So Daisy is one of the females without pants.
Girl.
She just wears heels and a shirt.
Go gon' get yours.
Commando.
Daisy, who is girlfriend of Donald Duck, who is the nephew of Scrooge McDuck, who owns Scrooge McDuck's Money Vault.
Oh, 6 Degrees with Kevin Bacon.
Also,
awesome.
Because DuckTales is what literally got the ball rolling for all of these shows like Chip and Dale's Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck. They started it all, so it kind of just makes sense that it goes back to Scrooge McDuck.
You're welcome. We just tied that all together for you.
Here's a little. If you guys have to choose between a brand or a group of chipmunks that you like, let's go between Alvin and the Chipmunks versus Chip and Dale. Who would be your go-to favorite
I have an answer, but I don't like it because I feel like a traitor. Because honestly, Disney is me. I am Disney. I'm one with Disney. However,
her eyes
I'm
are turning white and rolling in the back of her head as she says
Stop
this.
it. I'm going to have to go with Alvin and the Chipmunks just because those chipmunks were the bomb when I was growing up. And A Chipmunk's Adventure
Adventure changed my life.
Stands to this day. I love me some Alvin and the Chipmunks and Chipettes. And I'm going to throw the Chipettes in there as well because those bitches were bad and I love them. So
if you could make the Witch Doctor song not only enjoyable, but just...
Well, I mean, are you saying you like them more because they're musically inclined?
I think when it came down to it, between Alvin and the Chipmunks and Chip and Dale, I watched way more Alvin and Chipmunk stuff growing up than I did Chip and Dale. Like,
and you had the Christmas album.
As far as it went, like, with Chipmunks, I was way more entertained by Alvin and the Chipmunks.
From the plethora of entertainment you can get from Chipmunks.
Because I used to watch all those old Disney cartoons with Chip and Dale. They used to bug the crap out of me because I felt Donald and Pluto's pain while they were sitting there like, terrorizing them. The Rescue Rangers came along. I still liked them, but I was already hooked on Chip and Dale.
But you didn't feel for, what, I'm blanking... What's the dad's name of the Alvin and the Chipmunks?
Dave.
Dave. You didn't feel his pain?
No, because Alvin and the Chipmunks weren't like purposely. They were like kids. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
they weren't like stealing popcorn and tormenting him.
But Alvin, out of all,
Alvin was just an egotistical little maniac, and I kind of like identified a little bit with Alvin because I wanted to be a star. And
okay.
Alvin was a star, and I'm also actually identified with Brittany the most. Can I get
Brittany?
Yeah, the Chipette. That's literally who I identified.
What about the Gophers?
The Gophers, I mean, you could throw them in. They are the Looney Tune Gophers.
The Looney Tune Gophers, I forgot their name.
They were really polite.
They were very polite.
Oh, no, after you.
Nothing really got done between them. But, I mean, you could... They're more close comparison than Alvin and the Chipmunks because there's two of them and two Chip and Dale and stuff, and they both... started in the same manner where they get introduced to different characters in their world.
What about you?
Me?
Who are you aiming towards?
I watched my fair share of Alvin and the Chipmunks, but I didn't get... I did watch the cartoon a lot, but I'd have to say it would have to be Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers because... I don't know. I preferred their adventures. They had some zany adventures. Yeah. I mean, like that's just my personality because I don't know. Like them trying to be stars and Alvin and the Chipmunks didn't really.
It wasn't relatable to the kid in chat.
Yeah, I wanted to go out there and maybe solve crimes or commit crimes. Who knows?
He learned. You know, it's sort of how like you watch CSI so you can get away with murder.
So you either wanted to be Chip and Dale or Fat Cats. You couldn't decide.
I couldn't. I'm in between.
And as a kid, you shouldn't have to. You have your whole life to decide if you want to be a statistical villain.
I'm still there.
You're still there. No, we know what you're teetering towards.
Oh, okay.
You're psychotic.
That might be true.
Mouse cooch.
Confidentially, yes.
I'm going to go with the Gophers.
The Gophers?
Yep. I'm going to go with Mac and Tosh.
They have nothing. They don't do
I'm going to go with the polite Gophers because they taught me to open doors, and that was about it. Very
That's why you're an asshole.
That is the dumbest.
I'm going to go with Mac and Tosh, the Gophers.
That is the dumbest answer I've ever heard.
No, that's true.
Oh, Macintosh, that was their name?
Their names were Mac and Tosh.
Like the computer?
Steve Jobs was probably like, screw you.
Macintosh.
Screw you, cartoons.
There was more of a George Lucas stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
no, I'm going to go Chip and Dale in reality because the adventures every week, refreshing yourself on it. And everyone, you can also refresh yourselves on this because they have volumes 1 and 2 available, I think for like $12 or $13 each.
I think you can get it for $10.
Yeah, you can get it really pretty cheap these days for...
Wait, this is actually at Target?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a TV show on DVD.com deal.
Oh, no. No, that was at Target.
Oh, wow.
You can get the whole Disney Afternoon lineup at your store right now for about $10 basically for each volume. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's a heads up for people if you're looking for cartoons that aren't actually on
follow
DVD.
along with us at home so you know what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah,
check
guys,
out
get off your butts
TV
and
shows
buy some
on
television shows so you can sit on your butts and watch them.
Listen to the podcast.
Eat cereal until you crap it out like I don't know where.
You didn't have an end of this.
I didn't have an end.
You were hoping
somebody was going to
interrupt.
There you go.
Let's talk about what last year, early in the year, a CGI live-action movie was announced for Rescue Rangers.
Oh my gosh, if it's anything like Alvin and the Chipmunks, we're in for something.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be on the same vein as like Smurfs.
Alvin and the Chipmunks was better
But
than
here's
Smurfs.
the deal.
Let's
Here's
talk
the
about
deal.
that.
Disney owns this one.
Well, it doesn't.
But that doesn't mean.
But the other one was like
how's Gadget gonna look? Live action, like what is that?
sexy as hell.
No, but I mean, is it gonna be like? Do you remember how Alvin and the Chipmunks went from being these cartoon characters to actual chipmunks, and it was really
that was weird. That was
right.
weird.
Like they didn't look like actual.
They didn't
chipmunks.
wear the hat.
I think they're gonna.
And then you know what I mean? Like the cartoons, Alvin did not look like actual chipmunks. At least Chip and Dale looked like actual
because
chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunk were like 4 foot tall animorphs. In the cartoon.
That's actually true.
And like the chipmunks are actually small chipmunks.
So they were legit, but these chipmunks are actually legit chipmunks.
Yeah, I feel like this would pull off a lot easier.
So it'll basically look like Alvin and the Chipmunks.
But no, but if they get it voiced by like a celebrity voice instead of like a Chipmunk and Dale.
Right now it's voiced by the same people.
Oh really?
Right now, speculation has it same people are returning.
Not going to do something.
Because they pulled that crap with Yogi the Bear, and I was like, no, that's.
Yeah, we got Optimus Prime coming back.
Winnie the Pooh.
Is there going to be like a CGI fat cat or something?
Like, that's what I don't understand. Like, what's going to happen?
Or is it going to be an actual cat wearing a sweater?
It might be Nimnol, so they can get around that.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It's
probably going to be Nimnol.
But goofy old man.
Speculations. I don't know what sort of through line would be a universal thing.
Just
if they're going to address Monterey Jack's addiction.
They probably will.
Because here's the thing, it got out of control to the point where it's endangered them multiple times.
Because it blew their cover.
They had an episode where they addressed it to him and they tried to help him over his addiction, and it just ended with him like laughing it off, like, "Oh, I could have just one more," and they all go, "Ah!"
Well,
and then,
I mean, looking back at Stuart Little, the Stuart Little movies.
Oh yeah,
those actually turned out well with the small mouse, and they were pretty good. So maybe there's a possible chance Chip and Dale movie might.
Well, considering they announced it last year, and maybe it'll take like 5 years to come out, maybe it will actually get some time.
As long as Zipper's voiced by Michael J. Fox, then that's fine.
Yeah,
because they got to bring him back or something.
Wait, what?
You know, he was
Stuart Little.
Oh.
I want Michael J. Fox and something.
No, I want it to be the Brad Garrett. Is
what?
Brad
Garrett. That doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. I don't know why it did. I don't know why it does.
Zipper, actually. That'd be terrifying. Could you imagine that voice
Zipper
coming out of
talking towards the end.
But
it's not that low though. He's a little fly.
Guys, if you could change or add anything to the cartoon that it was back then, if it was on air now, like what would you want to happen, or what? Maybe new character, a different character, or have them.
I would like another girl.
Okay.
Why is there always a token chick in all these shows?
She wasn't that token. I mean,
where were the girls?
They had.
No, I'm saying she wasn't a token girl, but I mean she was the.
Clarice made an appearance.
That's what made her a token. Being the only one.
Clarice came back. The two squirrels, the two squirrel teenagers, and the girl.
You said Clarice came back.
Clarice came back.
But she was like a guest star. I need like
but the squirrels were reoccurring characters.
Alright, but I need like an actual teammate on the Rescue Rangers. Why couldn't there have been 2 Rescue Ranger chicks?
I don't know. I mean,
they could have had one extra girl, another girl.
Like a sort of Chipettes, but for Chip and Dale.
Well, just another one on the team. She was like the token. They could have introduced a new one in one of those 5 seasons that they had.
They had 3 seasons.
5.
I mean, what I think would have been cool if they had a. I mean, obviously they had different arch enemies and stuff like that, but one that would react to them on their level, that's their same size, and would be like a evil version of a chipmunk or something. I don't know what his name would be.
Like the equal match sort of.
Like they never actually defeat him, but he always gets away. He never gets caught or anything like that.
Like the Bizarro Rescue Ranger.
So yeah, sort of like that. He's the opposite. Like a Moriarty to their Sherlock Holmes type of thing. I think that dynamic would have been cool to see in some capacity. But
I would like to see cameos.
Cameos?
I would like to see Goofy need their assistance.
Oh.
I'd like to see worlds collide.
Yeah, none of them
like
popped up in
Scrooge
there.
McDuck or like
I want to see...
like Baloo come by.
Yeah, Baloo needs to fly him because they got to go far
the thing,
and they
though.
can't get there in a balloon.
Were there humans in DuckTales?
No. But,
See, and that's
but
why
Baloo's
they couldn't
not
be...
an human. These are animals. Baloo the bear.
Well, no, yeah, but I'm just saying that Chip and Dale was such in a human universe that bringing those Disney characters wouldn't
However,
be...
they were in sort of like a city while Baloo was in the jungle. So
No,
maybe we just didn't...
Tailspin is Baloo. Was that in the jungle?
That was the jungle.
Oh, you're right. I'm thinking.
And Scrooge McDuck is sort of in that Disney Toontown. Like,
That was like a Duck World.
That was...
Yeah.
Oh, wait. It had a town.
Yeah.
Bluxburger.
No.
Bluxburg. It's not Bluxburg.
Pluxburg?
No, it's
No.
not.
They lived in the town of Ducksburg.
Duxburg, right.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
It
so
was
there
a
you
Duck
go.
World.
But these guys are like in the heartland of the city, so they got people. People are still alive in this like post-apocalyptic Disney-run universe.
Yeah.
Like, and that's why they're all mad. That's why there's not a single human that is like rational, because they've all gone mad because they're losing their world to these animal metamorphs. Check please, I'm out. Dan Mason, 2015.
Thus the movie.
That's an interesting theory.
That's the live-action movie.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
And he talked just like this.
Oh God, I think that about wraps it up here for today. I think otherwise we're just gonna get into me talking about the Tiger Electronics game.
And probably more
Do you guys
mouse.
More,
Body parts.
nope.
What? I said
No.
body parts.
Okay.
I didn't say.
Do you guys remember the Tiger Electronics game where all the video games weren't like on Game Boy yet? They were individual.
Yes.
And you could...
I'd ask for a new one every Christmas.
Same for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Chip and Dale had a video game where like you could pick up acorns and boxes and stuff, but you could also pick up your partner in co-op mode and throw them at something.
Well, you know, I
My
never
sister
had that.
threw me
All I had
every
was a
fucking
Tamagotchi.
goddamn time, and I hope you're listening because it's bullshit. You can't just pick me up because it does
Calm
damage.
down, Dan.
It does damage to player 2.
Calm down. Don't bring your family into this.
Jeez, Dan.
Don't bring family into this.
It does damage to player 2.
Okay, calm down.
This episode was brought to you by Scrooge McDuck's Money Vaults. Don't be caught swimming in anything less.
Like sewage.
That's or just money.
I guess.
That's gotta hurt.
Those coins.
If you got coins in your butt,
You can't physically
or
just dive into
you
money.
eat a
like
sandwich and it still tastes coiny. No, that's
Like, did anybody find
Don't
that
even.
Like when he
Sorry.
was just like right off the bat when he was getting a diving board installed, where people are just like, this is bad shit. You got
This guy's
way
crazy.
too much money. You have too much money. You are batshit crazy.
That's why those people are trying to rob him, because they're trying to save him from his own nutty
Right.
gold obsession.
Right, of course, Rob. And why were they always burglars?
I don't know. We'll
Why
say
are they
that for a
always out of
DuckTales
jail?
episode.
Okay.
Don't give him that.
Anyway, you can reach us with any questions, comments, concerns,
I'm
questions
sure
about
they're going to
Chad's
have a
figure,
lot of
what he's
concerns.
wearing right now, what he's looking at me like, if he might have a crush on you, if he checked the box yes under we go out with him Saturday. You can email that at raisedbytoonspodcast@gmail.com.
You're gonna have
That's
a
good.
lot of complaints, I'm sure.
Yeah, probably. This
Yeah.
episode is shit.
What are you talking about?
They're all shit.
They don't want to hear about mouse cooch, so I'm sure
I-
there's gonna be a lot.
No, I think it's
If
more.
you want to hear about more mouse cooch
Yeah,
on upcoming episodes, you email us at raisedbytoonspodcast@gmail.com.
You will like this.
You will like us on Facebook. You will Twitter us on Tweetbook. You will
SoundCloud.
SoundCloud us on the SoundCloud box.
And, check
And you will socially comment on our social commentaries.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yes.
All right.
Well,
Alright, we're gonna
go
off that.
and
That's how we're ended.
well, no, but
No.
there was something we had to say, right? Oh yeah, we gotta rate the damn thing.
Oh yeah, you're right.
We gotta.
Let's do that. Before
Okay, so to
sign out
wrap
here.
this up quickly, I'm going to give Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers 4 out of 5 acorns.
I'm going to give it 3.5 acorns out of 5.
And I give it a 3 out of 5. 3 acorns out of 5.
So that's going to wrap it up for us at Raised by Toons podcast. I'm Launchpad Dan McMason.
I'm Tiffany Gadget Sutton.
I'm Chad Fat Cat Cook.
And when you're in trouble, call...
Chip and Dale!
Rescue Rangers!
Well,